Hello everybody, it is Pineapple here, back with another video. So if you're unaware, Lab is getting a whole bunch of new tools to play with in the coming months, and so specifically Arias as the Butler is coming in Age of Overlord, I believe it is titled, and I'm very, very excited for that. So I thought I'd jam all the new fun playable tools together, put together a video. This list will not be the Dune list, that list will be out, in the coming days or so. I do have a plan on putting a video out on, Dune. But that said, let's hop into the card by card. First up, of course, Too Lady. We don't want to brick on her, but she's fantastic to search, fantastic to draw, but only as a one of. You don't want to see Too Lady in your hand. Never a good sign. One copy of Lovely. Again, she's a brick with Arias. She's less of a brick, but still a brick. So of course, that's one of. The brand new Unchained Soul of Shavara. It reads as follows. It's a level 6 Fire Fiend with 2000 attack and 1500 defense, and it reads as follows. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can target a fiend you control or a set card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card, and if you do, then you cannot special summon monsters while this card is face in the monster zone except fiends. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to set an Unchained spell trap directly from your deck, and you can only use each effect once per turn. This card's fantastic. It's really, really good for setting up something like an escape and making the brand new link, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Following up, we have Arias. This card's fantastic. If you saw my videos on Monday, I believe it was, they're just unbelievable. This card is unbelievable. I can't stress enough how good this is. During the main phase, quick effect, you can send it from your hand or field to the graveyard. And then from your hand, either special a Labrynth monster or set a normal trap. The set card can be activated, and if your opponent tries to respond to a Labrynth card or effect or a normal trap, you get to special it from your graveyard. This card is so good. It's also a 6, which means that it tunes with Ariana exceptionally well to make Chaos Angel. It can also be used in rank 6 fiends like Wave King High Caesar. Just a fantastic card. Following up, we have, of course, 3 copies of Ariana. We need a normal summon. 3 copies of Chandra and 3 copies of Stovey. We are on Friend Lab because that is the best way to play this deck, and I will live and die by that hill, and we are very much leaning into that. We then have a copy of Kuklok. Again, it's Kuklok. Activate normal traps to turn their set, resolve Eradicator, resolve Deck Dev, resolve Dimensional Barrier, win the game. 2 copies of Ulti Slayer because I love this card. I think it's fantastic in this deck. I'm going to be bold and assume that Arise Heart will be gone by the time that Dune rolls around, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't think we're getting a ban list in that time, but by the time we're well into that format, I think it'll be gone, and I just love Ulti Slayer. 3 copies of Prosperity to find our Ulti Slayer and whatever, engine pieces we need. A copy of Called By to beat Ash Blossom, although Arias helps out with beating Ash Blossom in terms of recursion. A copy of the field spell, it's the field spell. 2 cups of Welcome Labyrinth. This card's great, but, again, you don't want to see multiples of it. You just only really want to be searching it. It's a good card, don't want to have too many of it in our hand. 3 guys have the brand new transaction rollback. There is no timeline for when this card gets released because it was released in a set that the TCG doesn't really do called the Animation Chronicles. So no timeline on when this is coming, but it's so good for Fern Lab. I just had to play it in this video. So the way it works is you pay half your life points and you target a normal trap from your opponent's grave, except transaction rollback. This effect becomes that normal trap's effect when that card is activated. But the effect that we really care about is the second one. You can banish this card from your graveyard, pay half your life, then target a normal trap in your graveyard, except transaction rollback. This effect becomes that normal trap's effect when that card is activated. You can only use one transaction rollback effect per turn. The idea is that we will be pitching this off the furniture and then using it to, beat Ash Blossom when they try to, Ash our welcomes, just use them again. Just fantastic, fantastic card. I can't stress enough just how good this card is. You probably don't even need Called By since transaction rollbacks here, but that said, just such a good card. 3 copies of Infib, just standard hand trapped in Lab, just a fantastic card. Overall, just, gets bonus effects because it's in Lab, we want to trigger Lady, turn on Lady in hand, etc., etc. Copy of Ice Dragons. IDP's been putting in some work for me lately. I've found that, I really have been enjoying playing Ice Dragons lately. It's come up a lot. Just a solid removal trap. A copy of Daruma. This is just the greatest normal trap removal blowout you could ever ask for. Book the board. Everything's ignition effects again for some reason, so, beat those. A copy of Escape. You don't need this. The way it works is you target an Unchained monster you control and a card on the field, destroy them both. If this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you get a special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. That's probably never going to come up unless you want to set it off of when you get Dustered. But that said, it's just a removal card that we can search off of Shavara. Just a solid option to play as a one-of. Copy of Eradicator, beat Heartbeat's Feather Duster, beat Lightning Storm, beat Evenly Matched. It's Duster. You know why it's here. A copy of Terrace the Overroot. Again, Cash is still probably the best deck, so we'll respect it a little bit. And this card reads Beat Kashtira. Same with Daruma. 3 copies of Big Welcome. It's Big Welcome. I don't think I really have to explain. If you're noticing a card is missing, it is Dogmatic Punishment, and the reason is that I have found that in testing, I went into my extra deck so much that the lock actively damaged me. This deck is so fast that I actually want to go into my extra deck for things like the Unchained Links, Muckraker, Goddess, Chaos Angel. I wanted to utilize all of them, and punishment actually hurt me. The lock mattered. So in the extra, we have a copy of Garura as a punishment target. It's like a sort of Ulti Slayer punishment pseudo target thing. Copy of Ventus. Again, Ulti Slayer targets. This extra deck could use some work, but I'm still figuring out the ratios because I'm still on that, punishment brain. A copy of Chaos Angel, a copy of Malong, a Mirror Logic Agitator, 1 copy of DDD High King Wave Caesar. The way this card works, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster quick effect, you can detach a material from this card, negate the activation, and if you destroy that card, then you can make another DDD you control, gain 1800 attack. That's not what we care about. It's the solemn warning effect that we care about. That is not even once per chain, so you can use it as many times as you need. A copy of Bucephalus, a copy of Goddess, because she's fantastic and amazing. And she matters a lot in this video specifically. A copy of Trouble Sunny, a copy of Abomination. This card's unbelievable if you're unfamiliar. If a card on the field is destroyed by card effect, except by its own effect, you get to target a card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you get to target a card on the field, destroy it. During the end phase, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. This card is unbelievable. A copy of Anguish, you get to link away one of your opponent's monsters on your turn. One of the brand new Unchained Soul King Yama. 2 Fiend monsters other materials. When it's special summoned, add an Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, special summon a Fiend monster from your hand or grave, then destroy a card you control optional. This is fantastic. We can pop a bomb with Escape, get him back immediately. Just fantastic. Unchained Soul of Rage, 2 monsters including an Unchained Soul monster. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, target special summon monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Dark Link monster except itself by using only that opponent's monster and this card you control as material. Just fantastic, fantastic card. And a copy of Muckraker. Inside we have 2 copies of Lava Golem and Evil Twins Kiskill and Lila as a target for Trouble Sunny. Mystical package of Magnamut and Druis. The 3rd Ulti Slayer, a Duster, 2 Cyclone, Deck Dev, D-Barrier, and Anti-Spell. So with that, let's hop into some games. So first up, we're playing against Hero. This actually was a funny match because I forgot that Malicious Bane is actually a Fiend, not a Warrior. So they'll start with Neo's Fusion, send Shadow Mist, get the boy. They'll go search ahead a copy of, the Neos guy. That's fine by us. We'll start with Ultimate Slayer here. We'll bin an Entis. They'll immediately fire Called By. They drew it in 60 cards. What can you say? We'll know Ariana here, but it achieves the end result because I was going to pop the Called By anyway. We'll go for Arias, Special Out Lady, and go try to get in for a bunch of damage. They'll fire, the Elemental Hero Neos retrain guy, and proceed to go get Ian Shuffle. We'll set 2 and pass back. And unfortunately, they're playing White Veil, which was a card I didn't know existed today, and it matters a lot. We'll fire Big Welcome, we'll set Nice Dragons, because, I know they can make Malicious Bane, but I forgot that he's a Fiend, and it's going to really come back to burn me here. They'll go for the boy, we will trigger all of our stuff in sequence, we will infib the Stratos, and proceed to clear out the Neos here. We'll go get back, draw into another copy of Arias, they'll go for Dark Calling, which we know is Malicious Bane. And from here, we will protect ourselves. They'll fire White Veil. Now, if you're unfamiliar with White Veil, I wasn't until I saw this card played against me. When the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can destroy all spell traps your opponent controls. Yeah. In this exact case, it mattered. Very funny interaction. So they will go and clear the Dice Dragons, which really sucks for us. But again, I forgot that Malicious Bane was a Fiend, not a Warrior. I'm just so conditioned to, being a Fiend. We'll go for Ariana, we'll go get a Big here, we'll go for Arias, set this copy of Big, immediately fire it away, and then proceed to bounce this Ariana to hand. We will pop the White Veil, and then we'll get burned for 3,000 for its effect. We will then proceed to, clear the copy of Stratos. We'll set this Ice Dragons person because I thought I could clear a Warrior here. We'll immediately fire IDP. I grabbed Shadow Mist because I thought, again, that I could banish it, so they'll set 1 and pass back to us. I kind of threw here just by not reading, but I thought the White Veil interaction was too funny to, deny you guys the joy of. So they'll go search another copy of the Neos Retrain. We'll get back Our Lady here, and then proceed to set a copy of Prison. From here, we will proceed to bounce away their copy of Aqua Dolphin. We will set Welcome off, and then fire it off of Clock, and we will set another Terrace of the Overworld. We'll special out a guy. They'll go for Neos, which we know they searched. They will proceed to search out a copy of another random Neos card. We'll get in out of frustration, go for Chaos Angel. We'll proceed to Chaos Angel, banish their guy. And from here, we should hopefully be able to wrap it up. They've drawn Grand Mole for turn, which is very funny. They'll proceed to get out a Neos here. They'll trigger a Shadow Mist, get a really big Neos. They're going to go plus a million here, getting out a copy of, Liquid Soldier. We'll go for the brand new, Neos, Flare Neos, whatever it's called, the Retrain. We'll bounce it away because it contributes to like search contact cards, whatever. They'll pitch Mally, just nice with it, I guess. We'll reset Welcome, get back Clock here. They'll go for this copy of Vion. We will proceed to try to set the Mally to their board, and they will droplet us, which really hurts. From here, they'll go for Neos Fusion. They'll try to clear our board because this guy, when he destroys a monster by battle, gets the effect to wipe my entire board. So we will protect with Muck to deny him that resource, which is a very funny interaction. We'll go for Welcome here, get out an Ariana, and from here we need to find a way to get to lethal here. Our line is, of course, Goddess, because she's the greatest thing ever. We'll go for Muck here. We'll get out Chaos Angel. We'll attempt to force the back row here just to see what they go into. We'll Chain Lady to this because we can. Get a Daruma. And then they'll proceed to shuffle 2 back and make Ab 0. This is fine by us. We'll bounce away their armed Neos. We'll trigger, of course, this is Stovey, and then we will link away for Goddess. They will trigger, of course, Ab 0, but Goddess is only affected by targeted effects. Very, very funny interaction, and entirely the result of me not reading. So our next match is up against Geist, and if you are familiar, Geist is getting a whole bunch of new support in this upcoming set, and our opponent is playing all of it. They'll go for the classic set 5 pass, and we will proceed to respond with a copy of Stovey in the end phase, getting out Our Lady. This is a great start for us. As we're going second, we'll start by normaling Ariana. It will immediately get Protocol, which sucks for us, but it is what it is. We'll get in for 3,000 here, fire big in battle, and it will be met by Solemn Judgment. This really sucks here, but ultimately it's not the end of the world. From here, they will go for Manifestation. We will trigger Lady, and we will set, of course, the Boy Eradicator. They will proceed to send away their guys and draw in to get themselves Multi-Faker for spoofing. They'll trigger Multi-Faker, get out of Silk, and then proceed to bounce away our copy of Eradicator. Unfortunately for them, they are unfamiliar with everyone's favorite new card, Arias. So from here, we will get a copy of Terrors of the Overroot. We will proceed to special out an Ariana. We will trigger Ariana here. They'll get out, a copy of Melu. We will go for big to bounce away to dodge this Imperm here, and then we will proceed to get Arias. From here, we will trigger Stovey, they will trigger Multi-Figure, we will trigger Arias, and we will set this copy of Eradicator to, commit heinous actions against them. They'll trigger Multi-Figure, they'll get a Pook, and from here we will proceed to go for Eradicator before they can get to Hextia. They'll go for Hextia now, they'll get Pook back, and then proceed to get the brand new tuner, which lets them, reborn another guy. They'll get back Marionetter, go for a second Hextia, go for Prime Banshee, and from here they will get back Manifestation. They'll go for Prime Banshee needs to summon to a link point, so we will fire a Daruma, and that will be met with Hextia, and we will trigger Arias in sequence. From here they will get back a copy of Multi-Faker, set this Manifestation, and pass back to us. In the end phase, we will get another copy of Big Welcome, and in draw we will fire Big Welcome. They will fire Prime Banshee. I'll go for Terrors here, thinking that it will destroy, but I didn't really understand the ruling. So because it hasn't hit the field yet, it won't leave. Again, we'll trigger all of our stuff. It'll be met by Hextia again, which is fine by me. We'll trigger Multi-Faker as well, and we will clear the Multi-Faker before it can resolve its effect to search, which is fantastic for us. We're in a great position. They will add back, their level 3 who gets to special summon itself, and then special summon a copy of Melu. Then we'll proceed to go for a copy of Prosperity, which we found off the top because I'm the best player. Off the top, we'll find a copy of IDP, which is fantastic for us. I really messed up here. I didn't need to use Arias. We'll reset this copy of Daruma. We'll proceed to banish the Hextia, and then we will set the IDP. I didn't need to do this because I want to trigger all my stuff to recur next turn. We'll go for Ice Dragons here. Their draw is destroyed by EEV. We'll get back a Protocol, and we will banish this copy of Melu, and from here the game is going to be over. Just a fantastic set, but unfortunately EEV kind of solos Geist. So our last match is up against Adventure Sunavalon, a classic of mine that I once loved a long time ago. But our opponents opened very strangely, but well enough. We'll start with Ariana. It'll be met by Infib, which is fine by me. We will go for set 3. They will go for Griffin Rider at the end of main here. And we will proceed to get out Lady. From here, we'll make a copy of the Boy. We'll go get this copy of Savara. We'll pop our copy of Rollback, which is just so good. We'll make Anguish here, trigger Savara, and proceed to set a copy of escape. From here, we'll link away into Abomination, denying them the copy of Griffin Rider. They'll start with Puri Rise map. They'll go get a copy of Lokai, and from here we will fire Welcome. We'll go get Lady here. They'll normal summon the Lokai. We will escape this, and then we will chain Lady to get out a copy of Ice Dragons because everything's going to be plants. We will trigger our King and get back a bomb. From here, they'll pass back to us, and this will be the end of the game as they have paid half their life points. I just really wanted to showcase just how funny the Unchained cards here are, because they are really, 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 really strong. I can't stress enough just how good they are. So, looking back at the deck, I'm really excited for all of these new cards that are coming. Arias especially, and Transaction Rollback are the two biggest ones because Arias says, more turn 0 plays. I want this deck to be as much, the fastest trap deck you've ever seen. And 2, Transaction Rollback says you don't even have to play things like Called By, although I'm still playing it because it's Called By the Grave. It's just a great card. And it's just such a good card. I can't stress enough. 2, the fact that the Unchained links are just so good and they're so fun to play and they float like it's nobody's business is just amazing. I love that, this deck is just becoming more and more this weird monster combo trap monster mash thing. I can't even describe it. It's just so much fun to just be comboing on your opponent's turn. I can't stress enough that this deck just feels like it's so fast that it's faster than a lot of monster combo decks. I love that about this deck. You get to play Ulti Slayer, which is one of my favorite cards. I'm just so excited for the new support to come out. I cannot wait to just play decks, like a list that's similar to this with all these new cards in it. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a blast. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And we should have a Dune video out relatively soon that doesn't include Transaction Rollback and Arias, unfortunately.